Hi friends, welcome to day 1 to solve UPSC Prelims questions 2018. Today we are going to deal with economy section. I am Uma Maheshwari and I have cleared Civil Services Exam 2018. To know more about me, pause the video and read the info. Before proceeding with this video, please make sure that you have seen the introductory part of this course. Let's get straight into the questions. Question number 1. Please pause this video and then read the complete question and the answer. The question is about what is the definition or what describes the term merchant discount rate. So when we look at option A and B, both are like the incentives given by the banks to the merchant and customers, which is not right. So let's take the option of C. It is the charge to a merchant by a bank for accepting payments from his customers through bank's debit cards. And this is the correct definition of merchant discount rate. And we also get confused with the option D, the incentive given by the government. Merchant discount rate was recently in use because of the incentive which was offered by the government to merchants for promoting digital payments. But that cannot be the definition of merchant discount rates. So the correct answer for this question is option C. MDR is a fee charged from a merchant by a bank for accepting payments from customers through credit and debit cards in their establishments. Question number 2. The question is about public sector banking in India. Which of the statements are correct? So, number 1, capital infusion into public sector banks by the government of India has steadily increased in the last decade. When such sweeping statements are given, we have to rethink once again. For the last decade, which is 10 years, how will the curve be straightforward? How it would have increased steadily? So this statement is tricky. And the second statement, to put the public sector banks in order, the merger of associate banks with the parent SBI has been effected. Yes, this is correct. So the answer for this question is B. Let's see the curve. See, it increases and decreases. This is the capital infusion into PSBs by the government of India. So statement 1 is wrong. Question number 3. This is regarding the digital payment BHIM app. BHIM was the buzzword in the digital payment systems, and hence when it comes into the news, we have to read the nook and corner of BHIM app. And so the statement number 1 is BHIM app allows the user to transfer money to anyone with a UPI enabled bank account. This is absolutely true. And the second statement, while a chip-in debit card has 4 factors of authentication, BHIM app has only 2 factors of authentication. So when a new app or new technology is introduced, the most important thing you have to note is the security features. So how does it differ from the previous technology? And so let's see the answer. Statement 2 is completely wrong and statement 1 is correct. So the answer for this question is A, 1 on. BHIM offers 3 levels of authentication, and one is with the device ID and the mobile number, and the second, the bank account has to be linked with the mobile number and the app, and the third is the UPI PIN. So these 3 levels of authentication are available in this app, whereas a normal net banking or chip-in debit card will have only 2 factors of authentication. Question number 4 is about capital adequacy ratio. It is a base economic concept and it is reflective of 2008 economic crisis. A serious UPSC aspirant must be well aware of capital adequacy ratio. And capital adequacy ratio is the amount that the banks have to maintain in the form of their own funds to offset any loss that banks incur if the account holders fail to repay their dues. This statement is correct. And CAR is decided by each individual bank. Is this correct? Let's check. The answer for this question is A, 1 only. CAR is the ratio of a bank's capital in relation to its risk-weighted assets and current liabilities. It is decided by the central banks and not individual banks. And hence statement 2 is wrong. Question number 5. The RBI manages and services Government of India securities but not any state government securities. This statement is wrong because RBI is the banker to both central and state government. The second and third statements are related to T-bills. T-bills are issued by Government of India and there are no T-bills issued by the state governments. This statement may look like it is false, but it is true because state governments can issue dated bonds and not treasury bills. So statement 2 is correct. And T-bills offered or issued at a discount from the par value. This is absolutely true. For example, if a 91-day T-bill for 1,000, the face value which is printed in the bill is 1,000, it will be offered or issued at 995. So 5, the discount of 5 is the profit and there will be no interest charged on the T-bill. So the answer for this question is C, 2 and 3. Question number 6 is about legal tender money. What describes the term legal tender money? Just read the options. When you read the option C in the form of checks, checks may be returned and hence it cannot be the definition of legal tender money. The metallic money in circulation or which is tendered in courts of law, both these things look to be correct, but the apt answer for this question is the money which a creditor is under compulsion to accept in settlement of his crimes. Legal tender is a fiat money which cannot be refused by any citizen of the country for settlement of any kind of transaction. So the apt answer is B. Usually the national currency is the legal tender in practically every other country. And as we discussed, payment by checks may be refused. So statement 3 is wrong. And statement 1 and 4, sorry, it is not 2, it is 1 and 4 are wrong with motion. Question number 7. Which one of the following links all the ATMs in India? Which is a direct, straight fact-related question. Everyone must be aware of who is in charge of the payments in India. And which is straight answer C. C. National Payments Corporation of India. IBA is an association of Indian banks and financial institutions to strengthen Indian banking and it is not related to ATMs. NSDL is related to security markets and NPCI through National Financial Switch provides linkage to ATMs. Please pause this video and learn the information as quick as possible. Question number 8 is related to Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management FRBM Review Committee report which was in news and this question was picked up directly from Economic Survey. Statement 1. FRBM Review Committee report recommended a debt to GDP ratio of 60% for the general, comprising of 40% for central government and 20% for state governments. This statement is absolutely true. And the second statement, the central government has domestic liabilities of 21% of GDP as compared to 49% of GDP of state governments. This statement is wrong as the figures are reversed. 49% of domestic liabilities of central government and 21% for state government. And as per the Constitution of India, statement number 3, it is mandatory for a state to take the central government's consent for raising any loan if the former owes any outstanding liabilities to the latter. This statement is completely true, but you may be confused with the term. Whether is it given in the Constitution of India? Yes. Article 293 speaks of this term, this statement. And hence, the answer for this question is C. 1 and 3. Question number 9. This is regarding a straight fact again. Cereal grains hulled, chicken eggs cooked, fish processed and canned, newspapers containing advertising material. So which of the following items are exempted under GST? And 1 and 2 are exempted because fresh agricultural items which are unbranded are not subject to GST. And let's take a look into the option 3 and 4. 3. Fish processed and canned are subject to 5% GDP. And newspapers containing advertising or without advertising material or exempted from GST. Only the advertisers are subjected to GST and not the newspapers. And hence, the answer for this question is C. 1, 2 and 4. Question number 10. This is regarding equalization tax. Equalization tax is levied on foreign e-commerce companies who earn their income from India. And this question is really tough as it deals with the technical aspects and not the analytical part. So statement number 1, it is introduced as part of Income Tax Act. No, this is wrong. It was introduced as a separate legislation in the Finance Bill. And NR entities that offer advertisement services in India can claim a tax credit in their home country under the DTAA. This statement is also wrong because it is not mentioned in Income Tax Act and hence the entities cannot claim tax credit under DTAA. So the answer for this question is D, neither 1 nor 2. There is one more part related to day 1 of UPSC 2018. Please do complete it too. Let's begin to win. You can win UPSC by making use of your winning partner pivotin.in.